All right. So first thing we're going to do is talk about sine. If I can get the pen working, sine. We abbreviate this, and if you look on your calculator, it's always SIN. So we abbreviated SIN, but we still say sine. And sine is a ratio of the opposite leg over the hypotenuse. So we'll call that O over H. Okay. Now, how this comes in handy is if I have a right triangle, okay, so I got a right triangle. Let's say I want to know, I know this angle is 25 degrees. I want to know what this is. I know this is 17. Okay. Step number one for all these problems is going to be to label the triangle. Okay, so we're going to circle our reference angle. So circle angle. Okay. Find hypotenuse. So in that case, this would be the one that's across from the right angle. So that would be the H, the hypotenuse. Find opposite. Remember, that's based on the angle. So we go over here to the angle, we put an O. And then, sorry, for D, we find the adjacent. That's the only thing that's left. Okay. Step number two is going to be to circle important parts. Okay. So we know the hypotenuse, we want to circle that, and we want to know the opposite. So we circle that. So you see the two things that we care about here, let me use green, are opposite and hypotenuse. That's why we're using sine. Okay, so how we write this is we always write the sine of the angle, which in our case is 25, and then it's opposite over hypotenuse. So our opposite was x, our hypotenuse was 17. Okay, so we do that. Now, to figure out what the sine of 25 is, you're going to need a calculator, whether that's on your phone, whether that's on a calculator, whether that's on your computer, whatever it may be. And you want to make sure, for your phone, you may need to turn it sideways. You want to make sure you're in degree mode. Okay, there's degree mode and there's radian mode, and basically those are just two ways to measure angles. We will not talk about radians, just degrees. So the sine of 22, and I'm going to round this to 3 decimals. I get 0.423. Okay, and all I did was type in sine 25. Actually, I have my phone right now, so I hit 25 and then I hit the sine button. And that equals x over 17. Okay, so what I do now is I put this over 1 and I cross multiply. Okay, so I get x equals, and I do 0.423 times 17, and that gives me 7.2. And I can leave my final answer in 1 decimal, but then the middle should always be 3 decimals. Okay, so let me erase this. And we will do another one. So okay, so this time, let's say I have a triangle like this. Okay, this is a right angle. Say this is 10 degrees. Okay, let's say this is our x, and this is, I don't know, let's see, 7. How about we'll keep it small. So again, I go through my steps. Step 1, label triangle. So first, circle the angle. That's right here. Find the hypotenuse. Remember, the hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. So that's right there. Find opposite. So I go opposite the angle. That would be my opposite leg. And what's left is adjacent. Okay? So the two important parts are these two. And that just happens to be opposite and hypotenuse, which makes sense because that's what we're talking about. Okay, so I write the sine of the angle, which in this case is 10, equals opposite over hypotenuse. And I'm running out of time apparently because I have the free version. So I'll try to do this fairly quickly if I can get my phone up. Okay, so I do 10 sine, I get 0.174 equals 7 over x. So I put that over 1 and I cross multiply and I get 0.174x equals 7, and then I have to divide by 0.174.